Anyway, speaking of another person who's going through a tumultuous situation, it's Edday. Y'all need to leave people alone. You need to leave people alone. Anyway, Edday goes through her very traumatic situation between her and her love triangle situation with Karen Nyamo and Samido. And eventually she's just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. And she dips. And she actually gets help from her friend Bernice, who we knew formerly as the promoter, the US promoter for Samido in the US. She's the one who came to her aid, gave Edday a chance to actually leave this country, go to the US along with her children, and start her life there. And of course, people started demonizing her, saying, "Oh, you're a single mother. You just want to start, to destroy another household." I'm like, you saw is struggling, right? Like you saw this woman, like she was constantly on the limelight for all the wrong reasons, being mocked and yani kukejeliwa, yani like nothing else. And the worst thing, the perpetrator being the number one perpetrator being another woman. That's the mess we walked over, glossed over, and now the problem is she left. She left because she was suffering, but no, she left. We have a problem with her. Hey, this society, we are messed up. We are truly, truly messed up. But I digress. She now takes the children, lives in the US, and Bernice, people came for her saying things like, oh, you're breaking up another family, you have no right, whatever, whatever. And Bernice was very proud of it. She said, you know what? If this is what I need to do, I am happy, I am proud I did it. I am very, very happy that this is the solution that I offered my friend, right? And of course, that story went by, and Edday eventually has now come to the point where she's now defending her friend and saying, like, you people need to understand, this person saved me. I was in a bad way. If it wasn't for Bernice taking me and my children out of this country into the US, which is not easy, because you try and get a visa to the US with your children. Try. Even you yourself, try. She took her out of this country, gave her, somehow managed to get her to another country altogether. And in addition to that, helped in a way that we didn't even know. According to Edday, she says that if it wasn't for Bernice, she probably herself would have been dead, and her child would probably be in rehab because her teenage daughter was going through the thick of it. And we always forget there are children involved. And there's no one meaner than another child. Children are so mean to each other. So imagine seeing this nonsense happening online, going to school, and guys are like, those things kids say that are so vile, those things do end up coming at someone. And honestly, it can get you to a lot of trouble, mentally, depression, yada, yada, yada. And so I can imagine she's now not only dealing with this herself, but seeing her daughter suffering because of her father's mistakes and her staying in this relationship. Of course, she had to save herself and her children. And so me, again, I go, shout out to you, Edday, for being quiet, for moving in peace and quietness and leaving this mess. You don't need to be part of it. There's no winning. No one here won. Nobody won. Just so you know. Karen, you didn't win either. Samido, you didn't win. No one won. Nobody won. This was all a mess. We're so happy Edday is fine and she's thriving. Congratulations to you and your amazing, amazing life now. You're glowing for sure. And Bernice, can somebody get everybody a friend like Bernice? Can we do that? Thank you.
I say that these are the friends you need.
Yes.
Actually, let's not forget, the woman that was bullying this Edday was a whole nominated senator.
Imagine.
A whole politician
Amekalia
bullying
kiti
you.
ya power ubunge.
If that is not intimidating enough, this woman had a fan base of her own. And people would actually ridicule Edday and call her nothing but prayers. Because when she was in the thick of it, she turned to salvation. Oh, she turned to Jehovah. And she became those people who, nothing but prayers, nothing but prayers. You remember we made fun of Sarakabu and called her Alisama goat wives. Sarakabu was goat wife. So people would be like, Aki goat wife, shikilia hapo,